everyone, you're watching The Last Word with me, Maria Shakil. It's day 9 of the rescue operations at the Silkyara tunnel in Uttarkashi. 41 workers remain stuck after a cave-in at the site on 12th of November. Today saw a bit of a status quo as far as drilling operations are concerned. The soft, sand-like terrain is proving to be a major challenge. But in some good news, a wider food delivery pipe is now in place. This means that the workers will be able to eat food like dalia and khichdi for the first time in 9 days soon. In another development, 2 DRDO robots have also reached the site, as have international experts and geologists. But of course, the anxious wait for the workers and families remains. NDTV is on ground, tracking each and every development very closely. And my colleague Ghazali joins us for the latest from the ground. Ghazali, you have been there for the last 24 to 48 hours. What has changed particularly since this morning?
See, the major update, as you mentioned, is the installation of that 53-meter pipe, which is much wider in diameter, and that has been now permanently installed. That is the entrance of the tunnel in my background. Now, that pipe certainly ensures that the authorities here can speak to those who are stuck inside the tunnel, so they can get hourly update, and also food items which are earlier, since the tunnel collapse happened, they were only being supplied with liquid food items or say dry food items like gram and peanuts. But now dalia and khichdi kind of item can also be sent through that pipe. The authorities managed to speak to those laborers there, ensuring that there is no loss of life. Everybody is fine. But certainly time and patience is running out for those stuck behind in this tunnel as well as for the relatives. The other big update, DRDO's robotics team is there. They are also assessing because the rubble has occupied around 45 to 50 meters inside the tunnel, after which those laborers are stuck. The third update is that if you can see, or may not see if I show you, right on the top of the tunnel, you can see those lights. That's the construction of the road. That road is being constructed that for the heavy machinery which will come here, their parts will come here, it will be assembled, and then it will be made to ride on that top so that a vertical drilling can happen to the location near to the place where those laborers are stuck. So these are the updates. All those 5 plans we were talking that there should be horizontal drilling or a parallel tunnel drilling should happen, that has not started. And then another drilling on the other end of the tunnel, which is in the location called Barcode, that has also started. So what we saw through the day, what all happened, how is the preparation and what are the operational challenges for the rescue team here, just watch in this report. That is the opening of the Silkyara tunnel, and the earlier plan was to horizontally create tunnels or parallel tunnels on its right, on its left from the top, and also from the other end of the tunnel, but none of that has started yet because the auger machine which everybody is talking about has not yet arrived. And that is exactly why the relatives of those laborers who are stranded inside the tunnel are getting anxious every day. Even just a short while ago, some of the relatives had gathered here saying that we can't see any new machine outside near the tunnel, near the opening of the tunnel, which would be working here to sort of bring the laborers out of this tunnel. But what the agencies and multiple agencies have been roped in here, and what they have done till now is that they have also drilling inside the tunnel to create another food pipe. So earlier, through the food pipe, some dry food was being sent towards the laborers, like dry gram, dry chana or peanuts and all. But since it's been 9 days, the authorities have decided to create or to send another pipe through which different food items will be sent to the laborers inside. Different agencies like Oil and Natural Gas Corporation, Satluj Jal Vidyut Nigam, Rail Vikas Nigam, National Highways and Infrastructure Development Corporation Limited, the Terry Hydro Development Corporation Limited have been assigned the responsibilities. Now, why these agencies have been assigned these responsibilities? Because they have an expertise in drilling and constructing tunnels in the hilly terrain. Earlier, they were trying to create and make a ramp on the top of the tunnel. If you see it, right on the top of the tunnel from where the drilling would happen. But the ramp has been constructed, but the machine has not arrived yet. So all these heavy machines you see right outside the tunnel, near the entrance of the tunnels, are there. Machines are getting in for drilling and all. But the auger machine, which everybody is talking about, which will come and make some effective change in the situation, has not arrived yet.
जी, काम को लेकर सबसे ज़रूरी और बड़ा काम इसमें BRO के द्वारा भी अप्रोच रोड बनाने का हो रहा है और आज देर रात तक या कल सुबह तक इसमें हम इसको पूरा होने की उम्मीद कर रहे हैं इस एंड से जो काम होना है उसके लिए। और जल्दी ही इसमें कार्यवाही भी शुरू हो जाएगी। जो मशीनें हैं, इक्विपमेंट है, उसका मोबिलाइजेशन भी शुरू हो गया है। देश के अलग अलग स्थानों से उनको लाने की प्रक्रिया चल रही है। भारत सरकार के लेवल से भी इसमें कोऑर्डिनेशन किया जा रहा है, राज्य सरकार के द्वारा भी इसमें सहयोग प्रदान किया जा रहा है।
As of now, just one drilling is happening, which is for the supply of the food pipe, or to send the food pipe inside with a bigger diameter. Because earlier the food pipe which was being sent was through food pipe, the dry food items were being sent. Now perhaps they know that it's been 8 to 9 days and more food needs to be sent to the laborers there. So a bigger food pipe with a bigger diameter is being drilled inside from the opening side of the tunnel.
ये 6 इंच डाया की पाइप जो है करीब 53 मीटर लंबी है और 53 मीटर पे जाके हमको ब्रेक थ्रू मिला है। और इससे अब जो आपको सुविधा मिलेगी, एक तो अल्टरनेट फूड लाइफलाइन जो हम कह रहे हैं वो होगा, ऑक्सीजन एंड फूड दोनों हम भेज सकते हैं और बड़े तरह के फ्रूट जिसमें न्यूट्रिशन ज्यादा हो वैसी चीजें हम इसमें भेज पाएंगे।
देखो अभी ये सिर्फ हमारा फूड पाइप गया हुआ है जो लाइफलाइन 2 है। अभी मेन तो हमें लड़कों को बाहर निकालना है ना। 900 mm की जो पाइपलाइन है वो हमारा मेन चैलेंज है, उसको पहले करना हमें ज़रूरी है। अभी ये हमारे लिए एक पड़ाव है जिसमें हम लोगों को फूड भेज सकते हैं। उसके लिए हम बोतलें ला रहे हैं कुछ प्लास्टिक की जो कि सिलेंड्रिकल होगी और जिसका मुंह बड़ा होगा, जिससे हम उसमें सामान भर सके। उसमें बम बनाना भेजेंगे, एप्पल के टुकड़े भेजेंगे, हम उसमें दलिया भेजेंगे, खिचड़ी भेजेंगे, ऑल दिस स्टफ, सो उनका पेट खराब ना हो।
We're on it, and that's why we're here. And there's a whole team of us here, and we're going to find the solution, and we're going to get them out. And we need to compare what we've seen here above the tunnel with what we know is happening in the tunnel. And this actually helps us make the proper decision, because we are rescuing those 41 men, and we are not letting anyone get hurt while they're doing it. But to do that, we must be very careful with what we do.
And to have a better understanding of what are other challenges, why the drilling machines have not arrived yet, because these are heavy machines, they could not be airlifted as per the government's statement yesterday. And if they arrive, what other operational challenges will be there, because the terrain is such, if you see on my right, many other drilling machines, heavy machineries are parked here since morning, but not enough development has taken place since morning. I am joined here by Kishore. Kishore has been covering it from day one.
गजाली, पूरा जो टेरेन है वो एक तरह से मिट्टी है, क्योंकि अभी सड़क बना रहे हैं, सड़क एकदम बन रही है। पहाड़ों पे जब भी सड़क बनती है उसको टाइम दिया जाता है चलने के लिए, लेकिन ये ऑपरेशन इमरजेंसी वाला है। इसमें जो भी अभी जो गाड़ियां चलनी है, जिन्होंने ट्रक्स लोड होने हैं, वो काफी हैवी है। जो मशीन की बात करिए वो 75 टन की है, और यहाँ पे कई ऐसी सड़कें हैं जो उसको झेल नहीं पाएगी। एक पुल है, अब यहाँ से जब चढ़ेगी तो उसको पार्ट्स में लाना पड़ेगा, लेकिन सवाल यही है कि कैसे उसको ऊपर चढ़ाया जाएगा। बहुत मिट्टी है पूरी, उसमें इतना आसान नहीं है चलना।
कौन सी मशीन आ रही है जिसका हम वेट कर रहे हैं, और इन मशीनों से अभी क्या काम हो रहा है?
ये जो मशीन है एक सामने, ये बेसिकली टनल के अंदर होल करते हैं, और ये जो कंक्रीट होता है या फिर उसके साथ सरिये होते हैं या बोल्ट्स होते हैं, उनको लगाते हैं मेटल्स को। इसके अलावा ये जो ग्रीन कलर का है, ये एक तरह से लेंटर जब डलता है उसके ऊपर ये मशीन डालते हैं। ये सारे वो ऑप्शंस रखे हुए हैं। ऑगर मशीन की बात करें, एक ऑरेंज कलर की वो यहाँ सामने दिख रहा हो, ऑगर मशीन है, इंदौर से आई है। जो मशीन आनी है वो गुजरात और उड़ीसा से मंगाई जा रही है।
The only thing which is happening right now is these machines which you see right now are just paving the way, preparing the way, so that once the heavier machines come in, the more intense drilling machines come in, they will go on the hilltop to do the drilling from vertically on top of the tunnel, on the horizontally on the left side of the tunnel and the right side of the tunnel and the other side of the tunnel. So this is exactly what has been happening for the last 2-3 days. We spoke to one of the family members of one of the stranded laborers there, and he gave a very poignant statement saying, since Diwali morning to the World Cup evening, final evening, nobody is listening to us. We are only getting assurances. This is one of the JCB kind of machine engaged by the Border Road Organization, so that other drilling machines, the heavy drill machinery which has to be brought in to drill on the top of the tunnel, will move through this way, and that is why this BRO machine is making a motorable way on the hilltop through this hilly terrain.
ये आपका 2 से 3 दिन का समय और लग जाएगा, मतलब 2 दिन मान के चलो आप, 2 दिन का लग ही जाएगा, क्योंकि ये ऊपर जाएगी ड्रिलिंग मशीन, तो इसके ऊपर से नीचे के लिए बोरिंग होगी, फिर उसके मतलब वहाँ से उनको निकालेंगे.
Now this is one of the major challenges now, and we have walked almost meters, 100 meters, 200 meters away from the tunnel through the hilly terrain to reach this site, and we are right near the hill, near the tunnel top. And I'll ask my camera person to show you that what is the terrain here. You see, this has to go from the machine will be moving. If I'll just follow me, and you will see. You will see here that how this tunnel, this machine will move towards the hilltop by clearing this particular road from here, and we will still go up close to the tunnel top. Now you will see all this area that the machine has to clear all this route to make it motorable, so that heavy machinery, heavy drilling machine could be brought through this route close to the tunnel, top of the tunnel, from where the vertical drilling has to happen. And it's still more than 100 to 200 meters away from where the machine is engaged in clearing that road to make it motorable. So we have walked meters away from the tunnel towards the hilltop, and what you can see right in front of me is one of those red flags, right here in front of me and one right there. So this is the particular area which is on the tunnel top from where the vertical drill has to happen. Now you'll see this entire terrain, that to do the vertical drilling on the top of the tunnel needs the machines to move through this hilly terrain, and it will take the Border Road Organization has engaged a lot of machinery, a lot of earth movers to ensure that once the heavy machinery reaches in Silkyar, it moves towards this area, it moves through this hilly terrain to reach towards the tunnel top. Now that is going to be a major challenge, because when yesterday the Union Roads and Highways Minister Mr. Nitin Gadkari with the senior officials arrived here, they said that heavy machinery was to be brought in, was to be airlifted, but due to its heavy weight it could not be done and it was not feasible. Now the challenge remains that how those heavy machinery, the earth movers, the extractor, the driller, how these machines will reach on the top of the tunnel, which has to go through this particular terrain. And now that is going to be a major challenge, and it may take days, though the Union Minister said yesterday the operation may take just 1 or 2 days, or till Tuesday we'll get the good news. But time and patience is running out for those who are stranded inside the tunnel, as well as for those, the relatives or the family members who are waiting outside the tunnel with no updates as of now. Now you see these red flags. This entire area of more than 50 to 100 meters is where those machineries have to reach to start drilling. As of now, the big machineries have not arrived here, and that is going to be a major challenge, that even if it arrives near the tunnel entrance, how it will have to be moved on the hilltop. That's going to be a major challenge, and that is exactly why the operation is getting delayed, because getting the machinery from other parts of the country to Silkyara in Uttarkashi district of Uttarakhand is still awaited. DRDO's robotics machine team has also reached the spot. Now we are unsure and unclear that what that team is going to do, but what we are picking up is that they have also been engaged to remove the rubble, to clear the rubble inside this tunnel, and they are also trying to figure out that how soon they can clear the rubble and also move towards the stranded laborers. So DRDO's robotics team is also on the ground with their own machines. But what are the operational challenges as far as that ramp build-up is concerned is that once you move through the hilly terrain, the experts claim that after that JCB machine walks through that, it moves through that area, it also needs time to settle in, because the soil type, the type of soil which is found over the hilltop is not a concrete one which settles on its own. It takes its time to settle down.
टनल में लोग फंसे हुए और लगातार रेस्क्यू ऑपरेशन चल रहा है. हमारे साथ कांग्रेस के नेता प्रतिपक्ष शेषपाल आर्य. सर, अभी क्या सिचुएशन क्या है?
आज 9 दिन हो चुके हैं. मजदूर किस तरह से अपनी वहाँ पर जिंदगी बसर कर रहे हैं. न वहाँ पानी है. सब कुछ हो रहा है, ये कहा जा रहा है प्रशासन की ओर से, लेकिन जिस तरह के व्यवस्थाएं हैं वो पर्याप्त नहीं है। हमारा कहना है ना कि जो प्रोजेक्ट में जो अगर व्यवस्था थी टनल, एसिड टनल की, एस्केप टनल की, तो कंपनी के खिलाफ आपराधिक मुकदमा दर्ज होना चाहिए। अगर एसिड टनल की, एस्केप टनल की प्रोजेक्ट में व्यवस्था नहीं थी तो उन अधिकारियों के खिलाफ कार्रवाई होनी चाहिए जो प्रोजेक्ट में शामिल थे। उनके खिलाफ आपराधिक कार्रवाई, मुकदमे दर्ज होने चाहिए, एफआईआर दर्ज होनी चाहिए।
It's a race to rescue those trapped 41 workers, and certainly the family members are anxious. The government is saying that they're trying their best. So, but there's no timeline as such that has been given. Let me bring in my guests now. We have Naveen Kumar Bhatnagar, who's former DIG of NDRF. He has handled similar rescue operations in the past. We also have Dr. Suresh Kumar, Medical Director of LNJP Hospital here in Delhi. Mr. Bhatnagar, beginning with you, because the latest press release that has come from the Ministry of Road Transport and Highways doesn't really talk about any kind of timeline. They're talking about processes. They're talking about what is being done. Do you think there cannot be any timeline given at this juncture at all?
Yeah, nobody can give the timeline, but we can do the efforts. We should not compromise in the efforts, and whatever the best efforts are available, machines are available, we are getting in time. So, but the terrain is like that a few points are very weak, because already we know that these mountains are of rocky mountains and having the lot of water stagnation, and due to that in a certain area soil is very soft. That is why it happened, otherwise it can't be happened, and we will be able to get all the people out. But no problem, all are safe. We have given the enough food, air and all these things we are making, and also there is a hope that we will get them out very soon. Yeah. Yes,
we are certainly living on that hope. But Dr. Suresh Kumar, the fact is that, these workers who are there in that space, of course, that's not really, it's an open space where they are trapped clearly. But I want to understand from you, how difficult would it be in terms of their health? 9 days, do you think it's almost important what has been done right now to provide them with some kind of liquid diet, because that's important now?
That's very important. As you know that this is a very confined space, and they can have a health-related issues, maybe acute one or maybe chronic one. Most important thing in this is the oxygen supply.
Yes.
Already there is sufficient oxygen supply. They can have the oxygen deficiency, they can have the respiratory problems, they can have ventilation-related problems, and these workers can have other like chemicals and the dust-related issues. They can have the problem in the eyes, the problem in the skin. But overall, because oxygen is sufficient there and food supply chain is also maintained, so fairly we hope that they are successfully rescued.
Yes, but the question is also about their well-being, because there were reports that had come in of some workers not reporting well, in the sense that there was nausea and other health conditions too.
Definitely, because once we have a lot of workers in the closed atmosphere, they have the problems with the sleep. They have the exposure to the dust, mainly the cements and other sand particles. So there is definitely short-term complication and the long-term complication. The risk is there, definitely. But the reassurance and that the liquid diet and semi-solid diet is reaching them. So some of these issues are already the team is taking care.
What about the psychological, challenges?
Because of course, there are a lot of
because there are 41 of them. All of them would be, there is that great degree of uncertainty. They do not know what's happening outside, although messages are being communicated. But do you think there is that fear?
There are many studies across the globe, mainly the Europe and England. They have seen that these psychological issues, their long-term health issues are definitely there. And we have seen that the World Congress have already published many papers for this type of events, and we have seen that if the continuous food supply, oxygen supply, and they have the proper mask, dust to prevent the dust. So these are already, the safety measures are already there, and the team is expertise in this tunnel. Various issues are there, but there is as Bhatnagar Sahab has just told, that there is a big challenge. You never know the type of...
Yes. Before I get to the aspect of dipping temperature, because that's certainly, the temperature is become very, very cold there. Mr. Bhatnagar, I want to understand from you, the rescue operations which you would have, oversaw, participated in the past and now, the kind of equipments that have arrived, the kind of, challenges that are there, what makes this very, very difficult?
Yeah, definitely. It's a typical type challenge which we are facing, because in previous we have not faced like that such a crucial and critical conditions, and where such a thing happens. Anyhow, our people are making their effort best, and our NDRF people are well trained, but we should have some place, or we should get some penetration through pipe and all this thing. We can do it, but we should be able to get the pipe inside the particular our target where our 41 people are stuck. So as and when we will be able to get them approachable, immediately our people will go. They will take out all the men from that particular place, and medical team is ready to give all the amenities and required items there. So
is there a parallel route that is being created now? Because there was a plan A which failed, there's a plan B which failed, now there is another plan on which the authorities are working on.
Yeah, so from all the way, from even horizontally and as well as the other places also, vertically also, they have trying. So if they will be succeeded, so I think it's a matter of hardly 30 hours or to 40 hours, or depend upon the God, how God will give us the way, how the God will help us in the rescue operations. It depends upon the God. But anyhow, our efforts are going on, and technical teams are there. A lot of experts are there to cover all these things. Now robotics, we are taking the help of robotics through DRDO and all these things. It will give a great help to us. And now they have been given the food also, the khichdi, dalia, and other things also. So it's a great achievement, a great news. Please cooperate. I will request from all the people to cooperate. Don't make panic. Don't make panic.
We certainly hope that the workers who are trapped there are rescued at the earliest. But Dr. Kumar, the question of dipping temperature, the temperature is constantly becoming a challenge there. Our reporters are on ground, they are saying that at night it is 5 degrees. It's very cold.
Temperature is definitely a challenge, but as long as we have the sufficient ventilation, as long as we are able to maintain the sufficient oxygen supply, then it's not a major issue, because most of these workers, we have seen in the past through the various studies that they have the problem with the either carbon monoxide, or because of the hydrogen sulfide, or because of the other inhalational injuries, which are not there in this case because there is a sufficient oxygen supply. So ventilation is well maintained, their food supply chain is well maintained, so they are well hydrated. There is no electrolyte imbalance in these workers. So we hope that everything goes very smoothly, and most of these are the motivated one, and they have the good communication with the rest of the team. So this temperature issue is only if it is extreme cold or a minus temperature, then only it is a health challenge. But so far the temperature is, they have some sort of issues, health issues with it. Major if you have a snowfall. Then
All right, Dr.
it's,
Suresh Kumar and Naveen Kumar Bhatnagar, thank you so much for joining us. It's been 9 days already, but as far as the rescue team is concerned, they are still not able to give some kind of timeline. They're struggling with the terrain. That's very, very evident now. But let's see. And we certainly hope that tomorrow is the last day and all those trapped workers are evacuated at the earliest. Thanks so much for watching.